YouTube, man. What it do, man? It's your boy Najee. I'm back in the car with another car talk video, man. You feel me? So today, we ain't gonna get right into it. Today, I'm gonna talk to y'all about how to get more involved or get out there, put yourself out there more if you happen to be an introvert like myself. All right, at this point in my life where sometimes people even mistake me for being an extrovert. Sometimes I'm giving off extrovert vibes even though I'm a full-blown introvert. Like, I'm talking my social media be going boy, you would think I'm Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta from Budokai 3. Like, my timer is going down quickly. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm finding different ways to stretch it out, and I'm gonna try to give you guys the game about how you could possibly do that yourselves. So sit back, relax, and just take in this info. Let's get into it. First things first, as an introvert, like I said, or like I alluded to, you do have a certain amount of social meter that you can use. You know what I'm saying? At any given time, before you just feel depleted, you feel drained, and you need to go ahead and recharge, and you just need to be away from people. You need to just separate yourself. So what I suggest you do, if you happen to be an introvert and you're doing this in a social setting, say you're at school, you're at work, you're at a party, whatever the case may be, and you don't know how to quite start socializing with people, here is my suggestion. Number one, go up to whoever the closest person to you is in that place, right? And just strike up a really fun conversation. Okay, what that's gonna do, you interacting with another individual, especially somebody close to you that you can probably just let your guard down, let your walls down almost completely with, and just have a nice vibrant talk with, is going to open up the door for you to feel a little bit more relaxed, and it's going to build up your social media. So now your social media is building up, and now you can expend that energy, that extra bit of energy you have from engaging in that positive conversation with that other person, with other people, you know, strangers. So people that you probably wouldn't even be talking to. Now that you've kind of opened up a little bit and you've been talking a bit with somebody you're comfortable with, excuse me, now you can go about just kind of having normal conversations with other people. Hey, how you doing? Oh, hey, how was your weekend? Whatever the case may be, whatever day it is, just kind of find something to just kind of talk to them about briefly. If it's an associate or a co-worker at work, you could talk about something involving work. Like, oh man, look at the bosses again, like pushing back the break times, or oh, they're going to ball, like something, all this work, man. Like, how's your guys' section going? Like, oh, whatever the case may be, just kind of strike up a conversation, have a nice brief conversation, get a couple more social media points, and then exit the conversation. You can say, well, I gotta go, see you later. However you want to say bye, you can just say bye in a certain way. Okay, so that's number one. Strike up a nice conversation with somebody close to you so that you can go ahead and kind of get freed up a little bit. Like, you're probably walking around with a lot of anxiety and stress on your shoulders, and the best way to open that up for you is to get involved and talk with somebody that you're comfortable with. So go ahead and do that for yourself. Number two, don't spend too long in one place at a time. Okay, and I know it's probably like, well, what are you talking about? Like, if I'm at school or if I'm at this place or that place, I have to be around a lot of different people in the same spot for pretty much the extended period of the day, right? But here's the thing. What I mean by that is not necessarily the centralized place, but say you're at like gym class or some shit. But let's go back to our high schoolers, middle schoolers, shit like that, right? You probably have anxiety. You have to engage with all these people, engage with a small group of people for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Woody whoop. And then maybe remove yourself, go to the bathroom for a little bit, give yourself space to kind of recharge, right? This is what I was talking about earlier. You got to give yourself a chance to recharge and feel a little bit less anxious and pressured to engage with people, right? As introverts, we have a very huge problem with constant engagement, constant stimulation with other people and shit like that for a prolonged period of time. So what you got to do is you got to just go ahead and just give yourself little pockets of break time. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're in a game, right? If anybody plays sports, but like in a basketball game, right? They obviously have the playing time during the quarters, and then they have, the end of the quarters where they have a little break. But in between quarters and in between halves and shit, they got timeouts. They got people can call a timeout and have extra breaks. So sometimes you got to call that audible for yourself. You got to call that timeout for yourself. Go, take a second to breathe and just relax for yourself and just be in your own space and then come back. But you have to come back, because you have to constantly put yourself in that position to come out of your shell. But you have to give yourself the chance to rest, though, because your body is going to be telling you, like, I got to get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to just understand, take your time and don't sit in one little spot for long. Just kind of bend in and out. You know what I'm saying? Just come in, come out. Come in, come out. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and make this video nice and short, give you 3 things that I think you guys should really tap in with if you want to be more socially perceived introvert, as opposed to just a complete box shut in, just scared of the world type of introvert. But the last thing is, right? Practice projection, right? Practice in a mirror, or like I said earlier, with somebody that you're a little bit more close with, or whatever the case may be. I prefer the mirror, because with the mirror, you are able to practice, your mouth movements, how much you need to open your mouth in order to make more noise and project your voice. And you want to be able to project your voice, because a lot of issue with introverts is once we are like in that more like toned down stage of our social meter, now we start talking like this, and no one can hear you. Sadly, I wish it was a perfect world where people could hear you, but even I get caught doing this a lot, and my girlfriend will call me out on it. My family will call it out. My friends sometimes will call it out, like, huh, what'd you say? Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to project, because once you're at a point where, even though you have that energy level, you can still be projecting your voice. That's where you want to aim for. So you want to just practice that as much as you can, so that you get better at being able to project your voice, even when tired, even when your social meter has run dry and you need to recharge ASAP. Just being able to project and get people to understand your point or whatever you're trying to say the first time, so you don't have to repeat yourself. But yeah, guys, that's just 3 simple little ways of how to be more socially adept as an introvert like myself. Listen, if you guys enjoyed the video, like I said, please like the video, show support for the work. And if you had to be new, big red button down below. Gray out that bell so you don't miss an upload from your boy, Notification Gang. And with all that said, I hope you guys have a great one. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.